Hello guys, it's the Trail Guy here and welcome to session number 4 of the video blog. And I appreciate you guys being here and watching today. My goal is here, of course, all the time is to give you lots of information and as much as possible and not take up too much of your time. But the first thing we're going to do is, again, the quote of the week. The quote of the week is, if you have 9 hours to cut down a tree, spend 6 hours sharpening your axe. It's by Abraham Lincoln. And I'll get into that, how I use that for my mental training. But that's the quote of the week. Next here, I'm just going to, again, mentioned when we talked about injury-free running, is about, it's important to have, after seeing everything I've said for the last 2 sessions, it's good to have a structured program so you can implement the proper way of smart training. So have a structured program. And again, have a purpose for by having a structured program, you have a purpose for every day, and consistency is the key issue. Every day. Now, number 2, I did mention last week about the treadmill exercise, and I'm going to demo it. There's a few people who are a little unclear how to do it. First of all, the treadmill is moving, and when I start on that exercise, I do a warm-up for 1 minute and get the treadmill going, and it's probably on a speed of 32, but you want to have a comfortable speed. But I'm going to demonstrate again how I meant by hopping. And I'm just going to move a few things here. Now, here's this demonstration. Here's the treadmill's facing this way, and you've got the panel in the front. So, it's at 5-degree incline, like this. So here's how you actually hop. You're hopping this way. You start out at about 20, and after a while you stop 30. But here's the way you hop. You hop on the front first, then you go to the side and you hop on the corners. Another 20 times. After that, then you flip around, and you go another 20 times here, or 30 times, depends where you start. And then you go to the other corner 20 times, 20 times. Then you go to the right top corner 30 times, you hop, you hop, you hop 30 times. And then you go back to the center to start your second set at 5 degrees. Remember, 5 degrees. So that's the true, that's the actual way of doing it. So hopefully that's clear for everyone. So that's that. Now, I've been to a lot of seminars, especially in the 80s, and there's a lot of the speakers, they spend about an hour and a half and they explain everything, and then you get to the bottom line, the most powerful comment or idea probably at the last 10 minutes of their talk. But this way, what I'm doing this time, we're going to be talking about the mental training portion of everything. Now, the key part here is, and remember this, meditate in every action. That means clear your mind in every stride. That's the ultimate goal for the mental part. But before you get to that point, because it sounds easy, but it's hard to have a clear mind on every moment, on every stride. But 2 things first. I'm going to back up a bit. 2 things you need before you go into the mental part is you need confidence and you need desire. And you have to enjoy it. The enjoyment has to be there. If you want to be a trail runner and trail, you have to enjoy it first, and you have to have that confidence. And now confidence, you have to build that up every day. And how you do build up confidence is by doing the training. If you are consistent on your program, and again, if you have confidence in your ability and capabilities, to me that's a definition of confidence. So how you build that confidence is by actually doing your program consistently. And that's important. And desire. You have to have the desire. And I have a story from Wayne Gretzky, a superstar. Of course, everybody knows Wayne. But his desire of hockey. And I want to just read a little quote he had from a father who asked Wayne Gretzky about how could he get his son to do the training he did when he was a small kid. So I want to just... Here's the father asked him a question. He asked Wayne Gretzky a question. So, you practiced 4 hours a day when you were younger? And Wayne said, and quote, "Yeah, I guess I did. Let me get my glasses here. I need my glasses here. We'll get going here." Okay, he said, okay, Wayne said, "Yeah, I guess I did practice 4 hours a day, but looking back at it, I wasn't practicing. If I had thought I was practicing, I'd probably never have done it. I did it because that is what I had fun doing. I never thought Well, I'll practice 4 hours a day because if I do that, I'll have a chance to make the NHL. It never entered my head. We did it because we enjoyed it. Again, the want has to be there. That desire has to be there. So I just wanted to share that little comments from Wayne Gretzky. Now, we've got those two. Now, I was speaking a few sessions ago about our peak performance formula, which is again, focus on the task at hand, inner calm, and the intensity. Intensity again is being physically ready, loose muscles, being ready. But again, now what I want to concentrate on now, and I'll just have a few points today, and then we'll continue on to the rest of the sessions, but inner calm. That's what I call mental toughness. I don't know if you've noticed, if you see superstars being interviewed on TV, like a Wayne Gretzky or a Jordan or a Tiger Woods, you notice how calm they are when they're being interviewed. But boy, oh boy, once each of them are in their area or their arena of what they're good at, when they get out, like so for Wayne Gretzky, I mean, once he gets on the ice, he is so focused on what he's doing, he's so intense, he says to himself, that's my puck. And he really says that to him. So he's intense, but when you see these guys, so they've got that formula there, they're focused on in their arena of play, they've got that intensity when on their ice or on the court, or on a golf course as a Tiger Woods is, but that they have that inner calm. So that's that peak performance formula I'm talking about. But the most important element in your character makeup as a runner, it is mental toughness, that inner calm. Now you have training. Now you have a training program for the body, I hope, and you also need one for the mind. And again, a lot of people beat themselves up with negative, destructive self-talk. A lot of times, a week or two before a race or something, they just beat themselves up. But did you know who your enemy really is? It's really negative, toxic thoughts. Not another runner, it's negative thoughts. So that's why I really stress that, and I work a lot on that. Now, the major goal we have here is arriving on a run in a race thinking and feeling strong mentally and physically. And again, here's a key point. Thoughts or energy. You have to have the right thoughts. Negative thoughts make you weak. Strong thoughts make you strong. That's bottom line. So the formula on that, you want physical effort, the intensity, and mental energy. I said earlier about meditating every action, and that's being clear mind, but before that, I mean, we're going to have thoughts in our head all the time. So negative thoughts cause you to be weaker, and strong thoughts make you stronger. That's the key thing. So really, stop feeding yourself negative words and start building yourself with positive ones. And you want to out-talk your self-talk and negative thoughts. Now I have one I use, I am strong and worthy. I am strong and worthy. That's a good affirmation. Myself, I calculate, I work out physically on my program and training for my ultra marathon. I work out 12 to 14 hours a week. But I tell you, over the last 20 years, I work out probably 8 to 9 hours a week on my affirmations, my keywords, my quotations. I've just got a whole library of books, quotations. I mean, I've got 3x5 cards. What I do in the morning, I've got one of my top thoughts. I've got them down on a little booklet here, and I've got my top thoughts. Every morning when I get up, I'll read one. And I'll say, I see it, like one of your magical feeling. Mind like a glass lake. Thoughts heal the body. I am feeling strong. So I'll go over 3 or 4 every morning, and then I'll just continue every morning. But that's what I discipline myself to do. It's a habit now. So right now, it takes training, much like a physical exercise, I mentioned that. And now I really think the thing to do, commit to a program of positive self-talk. Develop a powerful mindset. And that's what we're going to get into. So now, next week we're going to go into how you program your mind with the right words, with affirmation, positive statements, phrases, and keywords. They work. the simple stuff but effective. So we'll get into that next session. So right now, guys, I want to find what I found interesting. It was a comment was asked by Buffett and Gates, the two world's probably richest men in the world. But they were asked a key question here, and I found this very interesting. They were asked, if you could have any one power, what would it be? And both of them said they wanted to read faster. I found that very interesting. So, do you want to read 25% to 50% faster? Use your finger while you read, pulling in the information. Fact, your eyes are attracted to motion. So I thought that was very interesting. Now, number two, what I found was very cool this last week. I mentioned Adam Campbell. He's one of the top ultra marathons now in Canada, and he's out of Victoria. He won his first 50K race last week in a place called Chucknock. It was called a Chucknock 50K. So congratulations, Adam Campbell. And another cool thing, he's going to be going in May. He's going to be going to Japan, running his first 100-miler and Japan's first 100-miler. It's the Mount Fuji 100-miler. So that's May, I believe, May 18th, 19th. So I figured that was pretty cool. Now, recommended book of the week. Somebody mentioned they saw something on my shelving there about one, and that's the one I want to recommend. And I want to make a correction from last week. I said that the other book was, All the Words, was a good read. Well, really, it's not a read. It's not like a novel. I call these wisdom books. These are study books. And the one this week I'm going to recommend is called Personal Best by a gentleman, he's deceased now, is George Sheehan, MD. And actually, he's the foremost, it says here, the foremost philosopher of fitness, shares techniques and tactics for success and self-liberation. Very good ideas in here. And to give you an idea how I do it, I really read these and absorb these. To give you an idea of how I do it, I'll have 5 readings. First reading, I'll read the whole book once. The second reading, I'll yellow a yellow marker, the ones that are important words to me, important thoughts. My third, what I do is the yellow part. What I do is I'll handwrite them on a yellow pad of paper. Then my fourth reading, I'll take that, what I've written on my yellow pad, I'll put it on a WordPerfect document. And then after that, the fifth time what I do, my best words out of that, I'll put them on my laminated cards. And I'll put those on these cards right here. And this way I can just go over them, and actually the most important points in a book, probably takes me an hour to go over through my important books. And even the sixth thing, what I do is I red flag. Actually, I put little red flags here of important information, like this one, for example. In the morning, think for 1 hour. That's important to me. So I just wanted to let you know about these books, these classics that I have here, classic books. And they are my wisdom books, and they're my study books. And hopefully you'll approach it the same way. Don't read it like a novel. All right? Okay, everyone, we're going to sign off here. Thanks for listening. And again, I would sure, if you could post any questions or comments that you know, I want to get some feedback. It's the best way I think I can help you. So what do you need to see? And hopefully I'll have the answers for you. And again, the trail guy. Until next week, and we'll get really into the affirmations and the keywords and how to program your mind so you'll be strong mentally. We've got the physical part down, so hopefully you'll follow that. But this is fun stuff, awesome stuff. So we'll see you next week. The trail guy here. Bye.